What do we have here?
Server's unresponsive. Looks like it overheated and caused a huge upheaval with its clients. No one can communicate with it.
Blinking red light, that could be anything.
Poor guy, it's only a year old.
Looks like we got ourselves a dead server.
I tried running a diagnostic, no success.
We can't just put it back up online. Unfortunately, the server's backup system had a drive failure. The manufacturer won't send a text since the servers aren't under support.
Who would forget to renew support?
Maybe they chose not to.
Wow, Christy, your office view is amazing.
Thanks, isn't it beautiful? We have such a great partnership with Avnet. You guys really help us make a lot of money.
Awesome. So let's talk about the issue that we're having.
Well, I had no idea that our contract was up for renewal. I always just assumed everything was okay. We didn't get any type of notification from HP or our customer.
We sent you a renewal quote about 90 days ago. Did you not send it on to the customer?
We did send it off, but we didn't hear back, and we got so caught up with all of our new deals, it's just hard to keep track of everything sometimes.
You know, Avnet offers this service where we manage the renewal process for you. We contact your customers and manage your title renewal business.
How often do you let your customers support lapse?
Probably more than we want to admit.
How many times do you think this has happened or has impacted your business?
Probably 3 to 4 times alone this year.
That's a lot of dead servers.
Getting a server back on support can be very costly and time consuming. Your customer will be charged for time and materials as well as reinstatement fees, not to mention the daily revenue loss for every day the systems are down.
Wow, really? I had no idea this was that serious. Can you help me?
Help. That's what we do.
Christy, thank you for taking the time to meet with us again to discuss how Avnet can help improve your renewal business.
Yeah, you bet. It's always nice to get together after work and have a couple drinks. I'm so glad that you guys can help. This is really going to help with my customers if you can offer something we can use. When a customer's server dies, it's detrimental to their business. But when it dies and we can't get a tech out because it was our fault, that's really bad. That hurts even more. Not to mention my boss gets on my case because she now has to deal with the image of her company. Not being capable of managing our customers' base properly, it really exposes us at customers talk.
How often are you placing calls for support on these providers?
About 4 times a year.
Was it the customer's decision to not renew support on these servers?
It's about 50-50. It's hard to say. Sometimes they didn't renew and sometimes we just lost track of them.
Are you sending proactive renewals in advance to your customers to inform them of the support expiring?
Sometimes if we get them from Avnet or HP.
What is the average cost to your customers after the server goes down?
Probably $15,000 to $20,000 each time, depending on the server and the customer.
Yikes. So that's probably $20,000 on top of what it would cost to renew. Your customers probably didn't have any additional funds in their budget.
You're right, but what can we do? If it goes down, there's only so much we can do. We can't save every server.
That's about $80,000 that could have been saved, not to mention the cost of your image as technology service provider. I think that we can turn this around.
Yeah, absolutely. We recently had a customer in a similar situation. They're so busy booking their new business that they were unable to truly focus on the support renewal business. They didn't have the resources, they didn't have the additional people. So I introduced them to a service we offer where Avnet essentially takes control of that business for you. We become an extension of your services group, and you're able to still get the profit from the services that your customers choose to renew. Businesses improve with them as well as customer satisfaction.
Really? Well, maybe that's what I need. There might be a way to keep all my customer servers alive and running.
Well, we can't guarantee your renewal from your customer 100% of the time. But no server will be forgotten. Chris, it seems like we may be able to begin managing your renewal business next month. We have a team in place and we're ready for the transition July 1st.
Great. I was also thinking, what if on top of managing my renewals, that you also start installing our new servers when we sell that equipment?
Well, we have the resources and know-how to get this done, but you never mentioned anything about hardware installation. And that's an entirely different service and it can't be included with these renewal services that you're contracting us for.
Well, why not? Why can't you just include it since I'm going to be giving you more business?
Yes, but as Caesar mentioned, these are entirely different services that we offer. It cannot be combined as part of one deal for your entire business. There are different costs associated to each hardware install.
I I guess the bigger question, Christy, is why would you like us to do the install?
Well, you kind of know that we are stretched thin. We've got a backlog of installs that we need to do, and it's impacting our service levels. We were going to go to a third party to get them installed.
Are your installers certified by the manufacturer?
Well, most, but we have a few new guys that may not be.
Well, you mentioned your company's reputation was really important. Are you saying that saving money on installation by going third party is more important? You don't want to risk installing equipment with unlicensed techs. Avnet can definitely assist you with this area as well. However, we're going to need to get some FaceTime with the person running your tech department. And we'll need to have our install team meet with you and speak with that individual to discuss how we can help. This, however, can't be part of the renewal program we agreed to.
I understand. I guess now that you mention it, spending the extra money can go a long way to improve our reputation.
Christy, can you get us some FaceTime with your boss? Perhaps we can bring our CE and we can discuss other challenges or opportunities for you to augment other parts of the business. We already discussed a renewal services agreement and possibly a hardware install agreement. Avnet also has a recycle program and load program that you can possibly use.
That sounds great. You know, she just came up to me a few minutes ago and asked me about these hardware installs. She knows Avnet offers a lot of other things. Perhaps now is really the time to explore how Avnet can help us even more.
Well, never underestimate the power